about my tattoo itch. I just got tattooed. Y'all know I get the itching and shit. But they tell you this in the Bible when they say that Moses led his people in Exodus. When Moses led his people, parted the Red Sea, he led them out of Egypt. As soon as they crossed Egypt, all of a sudden they forgot that they knew everything they knew all of a sudden. I mean, that's what they tell you in the Bible. Because for whatever reason, now all of a sudden they needed to be re-civilized, which is what the book of Leviticus is about, which follows Exodus in the Bible. The whole book of Leviticus is about what happened after they got away from the pharaohs and them. And that's what they had. And then the whole book of Leviticus is about what to eat, what you shouldn't drink, how to carry yourself, how to treat your wives. That's followed by the 10 Commandments that was given for them, right? That's what they tell you. After the 10 Commandments, they walked around for 40 years trying to find the promised land. The chosen people. This what Shakespeare told you in his Bible, because a lot of y'all don't know that. Shakespeare wrote the Bible. Shakespeare wrote the Bible, okay? He just took a lot of our true text and then filled it with poetry. Actually, him and 130 plus other poets wrote the Bible. And if you didn't know, Shakespeare had an alias too. Shakespeare was a poet. Guess what his alias name was? Just like I'm Rashad Jamal, but my rap name was Jetta. Or you got Sean Carter, and his rap name is Jay-Z. You got William Shakespeare, and his poetry name was Francis Bacon. Do the research. I got the iPad right here though, but I want you to look that up. William Shakespeare. Now go look up Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon was a poet. How do I know all this? Because I witnessed it all from the astral realms. How's what I know? Let America tell it, I don't know shit because I dropped out of high school. Did y'all know that I dropped out of high school with 700 motherfuckers on live? If you didn't know, I did. I sure the fuck did. Proud to say I did it because they did nothing but taught you lies anyway. But William Shakespeare, here back. Alias name when he wrote his poetry was Francis Bacon. Okay, now let's keep listening to this story of Moses and why it's important tonight. So when Moses and them was looking for the promised land for 40 years, 40 years, and they was in it the whole time. That's what they tell you in the Bible, right? And then they tell you, now watch how this coincides with what I just told y'all. They didn't tell you that they sent scouts into the land of Canaan, and Moses couldn't go in with them. Moses couldn't go in, but they could. Because remember, they said Moses had abused his power when they was starving in the desert. They said Moses had cracked the stick and made too much water come out the side of the mountain or some goofy shit. So that's the reason he couldn't go into the promised land. But niggas reading the Bible should have known. You should have known they was lying, because how the fuck this nigga gonna come and save y'all? Tell the pharaohs to let his people go. Lead these niggas cross the whole ocean. And then he know the whole time they following him. Nigga, he know the way. But then when he get to the promised land, when he leading them, nigga, you can't go in? Nigga, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there, nigga. We've been following you since Egypt. Nigga walked around 40, nigga, we walked across the whole ocean. Walked around 40 years, nigga. We get to the final lesson. We finally realized that we was what we was looking for the whole time. Anyway, after 40 years, who does that? But anyway, after 40 years of walking around in circles, we finally realized that, hey, this is what we was trying to be the whole time. The door is right there. We just got to go through that bush. And Moses hit their ass with the, well, I'm afraid this is as far as I can lead you. And he stepped to the side, but y'all go in there. Guess what that in there was, y'all? Our reality, this realm, that was the end there. They went in that portal. And guess who Moses was? Guess who Moses was? Really? Lucifer. Because remember, Zeus is Satan. And Satan is the head leader that kicked off the war, that divided the God species amongst ourselves. But Satan's top lieutenant is Lucifer. He's the general of the whole army. They two different spirits and souls. Two different spirits and souls. So for motherfuckers to get in my university and think that I'm an atheist when I say fuck religion and fuck the Bible and fuck the Quran and fuck the Vatican and fuck Muhammad and fuck Virgin Mary and her mama and her daddy and that she was a hoe, she was fucking the whole village, and fuck Jesus and fuck these prophets that you're looking up to, I sound like some nut on YouTube to you. What you fail to realize is I'm an intellect for real. I'm a real life reader, man. What book you want to? What book you want to? What book you want to talk about? I'm a master teacher for real, man. I'm divine insight, grand master teacher of the 8th universe. I just came back to remind you who you is, man. Remind y'all who y'all is. See what I'm saying? Don't judge no book by its cover. I can talk to you on any level. I can break this shit down and talk to you straight hood, street, and I will flip it and get very technical. Use big words. Enunciate the English diction a little differently. The way corporate America likes it. Come on, man, I'm a jack of all trades, man. So when I'm sitting here talking to y'all, right, I'm telling you that these human beings, they did not want to come out the cave. And they told you this in the Bible in the story of the land of Canaan. They didn't want to come out the cave. They went into the portal. Once they came through the portal opened up for them in the Caucasus Mountains. All right? We have portals around this whole planet, all down in the ocean. All up in the sky, all this sky around you, because I told you the real sky y'all don't see it because they're filling your sky with chemtrails every day. Because you are a god if you are full of carbon and neuromelanin. And if you are a human being, they still fear you, human being. Why? Because you are not a draconian reptilian and you are not a Pleiadian. You come from God, DEA. You are half God, so that means half black people, white people, yes. Your poor white people and your middle class white people, y'all are half black people and you're half animal, nigga. That's what that means. So that means you belong to us, nigga. Which is why when you came out the fucking caves, nigga, all right, we didn't turn our back on y'all. Fuck what they taught y'all, because they taught y'all to hate the God race, the black people. And then they taught the God race to hate the white people, which is the human beings, which is the poor and middle class whites. And then when I get on here and I go off on YouTube and Twitter, I might seem like that I'm promoting a race war, but that's not what I'm doing. I only speak intellectual, esoteric facts. All right? I'm not going to lie and say, yes, you're a human being. You are full of animal DNA. All right? But you are also full of God DNA. You're half and half. And most of you tap into your animal DNA more. All right? All right, this is what really happens. This is what's going on. Meanwhile, the draconian reptilians, the motherfuckers who run everything, they sit back and run everything. And what they do with you human beings, which is your poor whites and your middle class whites, these are your real human beings. All your rich whites, those are your races. All the motherfuckers that own corporate America, those are all your motherfucking racist hierarchy human beings that sold the fucking lower class human beings out. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up, people. All right, you can't fall for the race war. You got to know that it's motherfuckers walking around that look like white people that are not white people. These are fucking Pleiadians. Pleiadians, matter of fact, if you see a Pleiadian, nigga, you ain't even gonna know the difference between a Pleiadian and a human being. Nigga, and if you haven't been taught about metaphysics, if you don't know about where you come from, you ain't gonna even know, boy, so many beings walking amongst you, nigga. You think I'm from here, nigga. I ain't from here neither, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We walk amongst you all day and you would think a nigga came out the pussy like me, nigga came out the hospital like me. All of us ain't come here that way, man. It's really God's walking amongst you. It's real life satanic forces walking amongst you too. It's real life extraterrestrial presence all living amongst you. There's over 1,000 extraterrestrial races living on your planet right now. I tell you this all the time. Okay? So, let's stay focused here. When they was told to come out of the portals, they did not want to come out of the portals. They were scared. Why were they scared? Because when they looked out, they seen how huge we were. They told you. Man, we saw ourselves as ants in their eyes. They were in the land of the Philistines. Philistines were giants. And the Philistines and the Nephilim are two different type of giants. Let's stop with the lies, History Channel. All right, y'all heard the History Channel version. All I'm asking is y'all to hear my version. We already heard History Channel version our whole life. We all know that story of Atlantis. But you're going to hear, let's hear a God story of Atlantis. Without it filtered through the media. This is unfiltered media. All right. Let's not forget why they call it the media, because the media comes from the word, the Greek enchantress Medea, who would manipulate her victims before she killed them and ate them. Just like the media does. That's where the media gets its name from. So when you come on this channel, this is unfiltered media. I'm not a sexist, I'm not a racist. I'm just going to give you the raw truth. Now, you can take it how you want after that. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Hear me? See what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody I was a racist. Just tell them he was a revolutionary that came back, an Anunnaki god, a nine-ether being that came back to awaken the planet and remind them of who they are. Just like I tell y'all we need to go to war with the government and the police and all these world leaders, I also sit here and tell y'all that we need to merge with the animal kingdom. I sit here and tell you to speak to the animals, speak to the plants, speak to things, even things in your house, anything that takes up space. Love it, give it positive energy. Don't just say, oh, this is a fucking ashtray and just throw it on the floor. That ashtray has spirit and soul. It has energy. It has life force in it. And when you learn to respect all life force around you, it is at that point that you master your environment. You are masters of the universe for real, man. You are guardians of the galaxy, man. 9 ether luminous beings. So this is why when they looked out that motherfucking cave, niggas was like, this can't be the promised land, nigga. I ain't going out there, nigga. You got me. Moses then fucked around and lied to us. Nigga, they turned around and went back. They went back. If they tell you in the Bible, they turned around and went back. I'm just connecting the real. I'm connecting the dots to letting you know. Nigga, they went to know, the cave they picked that off was the Caucasus Mountains. And this when human beings first landed on the planet. This when y'all was looking like animals. I'm talking to real human beings, poor whites and lower class whites. This when y'all was looking like animals. And we, black scientists, gods, 9 ether beings, Anunnaki, you hear me? We loved on y'all. We reverse engineered what Satan had done to you. That's why y'all walk straight today. Y'all stand up straight today and y'all can walk. Y'all can walk. Y'all can think. Y'all can separate y'all clothes. You know what I'm saying? Who you think taught you that? Who you think taught your forefathers that? We did. But y'all forget that relationship because these draconian reptilians who pose as white human beings and they took all the world power positions, and these Pleiadians who pose as human beings, and these hierarchy human beings who sold out the lower class human beings, they the ones who run the world. So us guys can't tell the difference between y'all. See, you can't knock my species, right? They don't be knowing the difference between y'all. They can't tell the difference between a human being, mankind, a Pleiadian, and a draconian reptilian that has shapeshifted into a human form. They don't know that they have been lied to. They have never been taught metaphysics. They have been completely manipulated, drained of their history, drained of their essence. Their language has never even been given back to them. They still have their slave name. They still have their slave master last name. So you got to kind of forgive them. And then as far as like to my guys and guys is like, y'all just, a lot of y'all remembering now, it's a grand awakening going on the planet. And for us to unite, you got to realize the difference between the white people that's for us and the ones that's against us.